Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to be talking about motion device. So, Motion Device is a band that I've been following for some time. I don't really know how long, probably about maybe the last 7 or 8 years. And I'm not really sure how I came across them. I can't really remember, but they're based in Toronto. And initially, when they came on the scene, they were kids. And we're supposed to be, at this point, pretty accustomed to the fact that young people play in bands. I mean, my first band in high school, I was 13. We played War Pigs at a talent show, and it sucked, but we played it. The next year, we were in a battle of the bands, and we sucked, but we played War Pigs. Now, Motion Device is a little bit different. It's kind of a family group. Who's in the band? Sarah, David, and Andrea are siblings, and then I think Josh is the cousin. I'll have to check again in the notes on this performance, but anyway, they've been playing together for a long time. They have videos going back to 2011 when the singer Sarah was only 9 years old. So really, really very spectacular level of talent when you go back and you realize that the songs they're singing are like classic metal, Maiden, Sabbath. They're doing Zeppelin, they're doing Pink Floyd, all of this kind of stuff. And the reason I'm coming to this now in this particular sequence is because they just released, or fairly recently anyway, released Motion Device 4, which is their new CD, and it's spectacular. This is going to get a full review very shortly because it's an amazing album. And yes, I do still buy hard copy CDs because I'm probably the only dad rock guy left on the planet who doesn't have an MP3 player connection in his car. It's a 2011. So anyway, amazing album. But we're going to go back in time just a little bit because I want to review something that I wanted to review back when this came out. This is from 2013. So I just took a couple of notes here, so don't mind me looking down. Sarah, the singer, was 11 singing this song. David, the drummer, is 14. Andrea, the bass player, is 16. These are the siblings. And then Josh and Alex, the guitar players. Josh is the lead guitar player. He's their cousin. Alex is a friend. They're 19 years old in this video. And the level of musicianship, I went with this one in particular because it's not live. They have quite a few live kind of performance videos, some kind of basement-y recording kinds of things. This is a little bit different. This is a little bit better produced, and it's very clearly been professionally mixed, or it sounds like it's been professionally mixed. And it's an 11-year-old girl singing Dio. So that kind of means a lot to me personally because for many, many years, in fact, probably even now, Black Sabbath is my favorite band of all time. And Heaven and Hell was, when Ronnie Dio joined the band, a complete departure from the previous work that they had done with Ozzy. I don't think anybody's surprised at that. And it's actually the last Black Sabbath album that I really like. And I didn't even really like it all that much, to be honest. I was not listening to metal or music really at all when Heaven and Hell came out. I think it's like 1980 when it came out. So I would have been 5. That gives you can do the math on how old I am now. But this song, really, really, I probably came very close to wearing the LP down to transparency just by replaying the song over and over and over again. So let's have a little listen here to what Motion Device did with this song back in 2013. We're going to do some of their newer stuff in some upcoming videos as well, just so we can kind of see a little bit of evolution, because when we get to the new stuff, it's just going to blow your mind, right? Do me a favor, and when we're done with this, go and subscribe to their channel and buy their stuff, because they're just a very cool band. Probably one of my favorite bands going right now. So that's actually the intro riff being done on a synth, which is very cool. Ronnie. Okay, and I'm stopping really early into the song here. This is probably the living room that every teenage metalhead on the planet ever wanted. This is so cool. Also, big props to Andrea. The bass is really prominent in this mix, and it needs to be for Sabbath, because if you're not doing Geezer out front, you're not really doing Sabbath. And she's killing it. She's crushing that bass part. It's awesome. Come on. Okay, let's do that again. That entry was so perfect. Better than Dio. Shh. Here's again. Sing me a song, you're a singer. It's awesome. So good. So we know that they're Canadian, and you can tell one of the signature sounds of Dio singing this song. And remember, this was the first thing people heard of Ronnie James Dio with Black Sabbath. So this was the first thing they heard after Ozzy quit the band, and he would sing me a song, you're a singer. Right? Do me a wrong, you're a bringer of evil. And listen to her R at the end. Sing me a song, you're a singer. Singer is a little bit more Toronto accent, but it's cool. Twirl. And that rhythm section is right in the pocket. Like, the lover of life's not a sinner. The ending is just a beginner. The closer you get to the meaning, the sooner you know that you're dreaming. So it's on and on and on. Oh, it's on and on and on. It goes on and on and on, heaven and hell. I just want to point out one more time that this is an 11-year-old girl. Okay, that's all. On the top, yeah, right? This is very smart that she did this. So I will often tell vocal students, when you're singing solo and you are not sure you can land on top of the note, you always want to land on top of a high note. You don't want to come at it from underneath, or you'll sound flat. So you always want to land on top of the note. And if you're not sure you can't get to it, she's actually about a third below where Dio sings it originally, but he does this live as well, right? So it's a little bit lower. You would never notice that if I didn't point it out. This is a very, very smart way to make sure that you stay on point with your performance, right? Is stay in the pocket and do it on the fly. One more time through that little riff there, because it's It's really important that you pay attention to that. And you add in an ornament, so it sounds like it's on purpose. So guitars are a little mid-thin, just kind of the Metallica vibe, I guess, but a little bit heavier in the middle would probably make them sound a little bit denser. So I like that. So instead of finding a way to mix an effect in there, she just sang the echo softer. Perfectly legit. You wouldn't notice if you weren't looking for it. She sounds a lot like the singer from Black Lace, this band that had about 2 albums way back in the early 80s on Mausoleum Records. Amazing band. I absolutely love Black Lace, but she's a little bit like the singer from Black Lace. Very cool. I gotta give props to the drums and bass on this again. They have not stepped outside of their pocket one bit. They're super tight. Oh. Yes, I love it. Do want to point out, so that solo was note perfect, and I know a lot of guitar players get really mad. Why do people get mad at other guitar players? Like, do your thing, man. Like, if you want to do something, people will get mad because they'll say, you should have made that solo your own, you should have improv'd it, whatever. We learn to play music by learning what the other musicians have done that we're learning from. So if we're learning from Tony Iommi and we want to play a Tony Iommi solo, play the damn solo. Like, learn it, get good at it. Then you'll do some other stuff later on, right? But I mean, it's a cover, so why not? And that was awesome. It was fantastic. I want to seriously make this a desktop shot. That is so cool. It's like Ballroom Blitz. He's still doing it. Yeah. I'd like a little more gravel, but she's 11. Wait till you hear the new stuff. She's just making it hers. It's awesome. Yeah, so here I'd like the lead a little bit more in the front. It's just kind of rolling. They also play piano. Because, of course, they do. It's a great display. I would have killed to have that on my piano when I was their age. Join us. It's awesome. Yeah, man. I have to say I'm struggling to find anything not that I'm struggling, but struggling to find anything really negative to say about that. It's a solid performance. The band is awesome. They're doing a great job. They all know their parts. Everybody's in the pocket. Really, the only critique that I have kind of overall is on a mix like this. And so if you're new to doing this kind of mixing, if you've got nothing in between the bass and the lead guitar, get your mids up a little bit. Like just experiment with it a little bit, because if the mids on your EQ are thin, it just kind of sounds a little bit FM radio, right? So you kind of have this gap in the tone. But again, right, bass playing, stellar, both guitar parts, amazing. And what can I say about Sarah, right? That hasn't already been said by everybody in the comments section. So 100% go and check them out. The link to this video is in the description. Make sure you subscribe to Motion Device to get all their updates. All of their new stuff is on Spotify. I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify. It's also all on their website as well, so you can get the CD, you can get their merch. Definitely band worth checking out. It's not all covers. Their new stuff, their original stuff is pretty stellar. We're going to check some out in a minute. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Head on down, click the subscribe button and the bell. And if you don't mind, take a swing by my Patreon and, see if we can keep these videos rolling out. So far, so good, so what? But it doesn't hurt to have some fans now and then. And I'm really glad to see a bunch of people here. By the way, Indonesia, I got my coffee going. For all you guys that were asking about it. All right, that's it for today. We'll be back later.